Hi, my name is Michael Barrett, and today I'll be explaining one specific economic policy that can help decrease the cost of living in Australia. So currently the cost of living in Australia is high because of extreme rates of inflation. I'm referencing an article released by the Reserve Bank of Australia on October 4th of 2022. The inflation rate in June of this calendar year was 6.1%, and they expect that rate to increase to 7.75% by the end of the calendar year. In 2023, they expect the inflation rate to be around 4%, and in 2024, they anticipate that rate to hover around 3%. So from the government's perspective, the desired value of inflation rate is 2 to 3%, and the best way to go from the current rate that we're at, which I would say is around 7%, down to that 2 to 3% is to increase interest rates. So from my perspective, I think you have to increase interest rates. I don't think there's much movement on that specific policy. So I would focus on trying to diminish the ripple effects of increasing interest rates. Normally, when you increase interest rates, you would see a decrease in consumer confidence, which overall leads to a decrease in household spending. So for me, the importance of this situation is to try to maintain desired levels of consumer confidence, which would maintain household spending, which would alleviate these ripple effects and these downsides to increasing the interest rates, which would help us have a sustainable and stable economy while inflation goes from 6, 7, 8% down to the desired value of 2 or 3%. And the best way to do this, from my perspective, is to be strategic and to be cautious when you announce the increase in interest rates and the way you implement them. So there's a big psychological factor when this happens, because if you announce that you're increasing interest rates in a quick manner, or you go to a really extreme level of interest rates, then people will be more likely to have anxiety around the economy, which leads to people more likely to save, which means they spend less, and then the ripple effects of that are negative. But if you can announce these increases in interest rates properly, and you can implement them into the market in a way that people don't become incredibly anxious about spending money and they don't decrease their spending, then the market can become stable, and we can kind of work with it and maintain optimal levels of everything else while inflation returns to the desired level of 2 to 3%. So that is my idea. Thank you for your time.